Hey everyone, it's Jason from GameRave.com, and this is GameRaveTV. So we return to the scene of the crime with the 27-letter Lament, this time the letter T edition. T was actually fairly hard to track down a truly memorable lament, but everything comes into place if you actually look to a different letter, F. The year was 1996, specifically September, 1 year since the system's release. Among the various releases lining the shelves was one peculiar title that caused many not in the import scene to raise an eyebrow, a fighting game by a company normally known for role-playing games. Squaresoft had just released the American version of Tobal No. 1, the first of many games based on genres they had never tackled before. It was a 3D fighting game with, at the time, incredible resolution, a new style of blocking, and a quest mode just for fun. Tobal was released to great reviews and would probably have enjoyed the limelight if not for the other disc in the case. The sampler CD is where we find this episode's lament, and that is being the sacrificial lamb. The sampler CD just happened to be the Final Fantasy VII demo disc, a chance to play one of the most debated games in the history of sequels, especially due to the series leaving Nintendo stable and heading to the Sony camp. Having the demo packaged in with Tobal regretfully meant that this was no longer about Tobal, it was about Final Fantasy VII. Despite some impressive sales figures from Japan, that figure is never without the asterisk of coming with the demo. To fully understand how much that demo meant, look no further than Funkoland's price sheet, in which they were buying and selling the demo separately from Tobal. For all intents and purposes, Tobal No. 1 was nothing more than a messenger, tossed to the side in favor of the brand name game's demo. What makes this lament even sadder is that Tobal had sold enough to warrant a sequel, which was also well received in Japan, but any hopes of bringing it to the Western shores were shunned, both for fear of it not selling and as well as translation costs. That was the last we ever heard of Square's fighting game. Sadly, Tobal was just one of many sacrificial lambs since then, each lamb sharing the same fate as the previous. Konami released Zone of Enders with the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, and sure enough, Funkoland sold that separately as well. Zone of Enders would quietly pass away with a sequel and a Game Boy Advance game to boot. To add insult to injury, its remastered versions for the PS3 and 360 were riddled with emulation issues. You can also add Crackdown to the list thanks to Halo 3's demo, among several others. Microsoft is at least trying to give Crackdown a third chance at owning its own immortality. The latest lamb to the slaughter was Final Fantasy Type 0, who was essentially nothing more than a case for Final Fantasy XV's demo code sheet. Gracefully, this practice is a kiss of death that seems to be slowly fading away thanks to digital distribution and early access multiplayer betas. However, one cannot deny the damage this had to the original game that brought the demo to the populace. Take care, you guys. We'll see you next week.